Hall effect keyboards are finally getting affordable in India, and we have Kreo's Hive 75HE and AntEsports new Apex 200, which both come in at a price of around 4000 rupees. I don't know of other 75% Hall effect keyboards that are available within this price range, but this is a very close comparison, so let's check out which one can be better for you. The build quality on both the keyboards is good, but the AntEsports keyboards is heavier and it feels better built, which was a surprise as this feels much better than anything else that AntEsports has made. On Kreo, the lights for the caps lock and scroll lock aren't easy to see, while Apex has a nice colored screen on which you can see all the details. You can't customize this or even turn this off as of now, and some margin around the text would have looked better, but it does give you all the important information about the keyboard. Both have these nice rubber feet underneath with a set of 2-stage folding legs for typing at different angles. As far as the looks go, the Apex 200 is just a more interesting keyboard to look at, and it looks really nice in this white and pink color. The Kreo has an all-black look with an escape key that you can change. It might come in more colors in the future, but for now you only have this black option, and I like the Apex more, but I'm sure that some people will prefer the more minimal aesthetics of the Kreo. They both have a metal volume knob which has a nice knurled finish, and you can press them for mute function. They both work well, but the knob on the Apex 200 is very short in height, so it's not super comfortable to grab and operate it, while the knob on the Kreo 75HE is very easy to operate. Do give this video a thumbs up if you are liking it so far. Connectivity is an area where AntEsports gets its biggest win because it is a tri-mode keyboard, so you can use it in wired mode over Bluetooth or with its 2.4 GHz dongle. You can connect this to anything and quickly switch between devices. Kreo only offers a wired connection, which is totally fine if you are only going to use this with your PC. The keycaps on the AntEsports keyboard are double shot PBT and they look and feel really nice, but they are not shine-through keys, so you are not going to be able to see the letters when it is dark. The keycaps on Kreo Hive 75HE are double shot ABS, but they are shine-through keycaps that let you see the letters in the dark. The Kreo keycaps also have a nice texture, but the AntEsports key will resist getting shiny for longer. But then in an RGB keyboard, having pass-through keys is also super important, so I'm not sure if we have a clear winner here. Both keyboards have RGB lights that you can easily control, and they both come with various colored and reactive effects. Both of these are Hall effect keyboards, and they offer you features that you could never have with regular mechanical switches. You can customize the actuation distance of the keys, and this has become a very critical feature for my way of using a keyboard even for typing. There is a rapid trigger function, dynamic keystroke, which allows you to set different functions at different depths of key presses. SOCD allows you to rapidly change directions in games, and for competitive gaming, these features can make a big difference. The Kreo Hive 75HE comes with Automoose Hall effect switches, while AntEsports uses magnetic switches from a company called KTC. I have never heard of KTC, but of course the actual experience is more important, and both of these key switches are very stable, but Automoose magnetic switches are slightly smoother than the KTC switches. The actuation force between them is also different, and the KTC switch on AntEsports is super light, while Kreo's switch feels perfectly balanced to me as it's neither too light nor too hard to press. I was able to type super fast with both the keyboards as the typing experience on both keyboards is really good, but the AntEsports switch can be too light for some people, which can lead to mistypes. This is still personal preference, and I don't mind the KTC switch on AntEsports, but Kreo's switch is more refined, and if you are a person who doesn't like a super low actuation force for your keys, then the Kreo could be the better option for you. Both of them have some flexibility in their PCB, which is a good thing, but the landing on Kreo feels softer because the keys don't bottom out as easily. Gaming experience on both the keyboards is excellent, but I think some people will notice that the Kreo keyboard feels better because you put more weight on the worst keys while gaming, and a more resistant switch lets you rest your fingers on the keys easily without pressing them. Both of these are modular keyboards, so you can easily replace the key switches on them, and this really increases the longevity of these keyboards, but Kreo gives you 2 extra key switches in the box and a key switch remover, while you don't get extra key switches with the Apex 200, so you will have to buy a magnetic switch if any of the switches develop a fault on the Apex 200. Sound is an area where both of these keyboards do decently well. The AntEsports actually sounds very good. but it is clackier and louder than the Kreo keyboard. The Kreo keyboard has a lower pitch sound that is more muted, but it also sounds a bit hollow compared to the Apex 200, and it almost feels like the sound is traveling to its frame, which doesn't feel super premium. You can just listen to them and let me know in the comments which keyboard sounds better to you. Software is an area where Kreo is a clear winner. It has a completely online app, so you don't have to install any software like on AntEsports, and its UI is also very good and it is very easy to operate. The software on AntEsports does work well, and here you will also find all the features, but the UX on this isn't as good as Kreo. So overall, I have to say that at the same price point of 4000 rupees, the AntEsports Apex 200 is offering more features than the Kreo Hive 75HE. It gives you wireless connectivity, which is a big deal. It has a better build quality, it looks better, and has PBT keycaps, so the overall value for money is a bit higher on this. But the Kreo Hive 75HE features better magnetic switches that don't feel too light to type on. It has a softer landing for your fingers, shine-through keycaps, a better volume knob, extra switches in the box, better software, and it can be more silent. It really depends on what your priority is. If you don't need wireless connectivity and you don't care too much about plastics like me, then the Kreo is offering a better core keyboard experience, while the AntEsports is just a cooler keyboard which is a bit less well-rounded to type on. I think both of these keyboards are the best deals in keyboards because they are both 75% Hall effect, and all the features you expect do work properly on both. So let me know which one of these keyboards you liked more in the comments. Subscribe with bell for more comparisons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.